Hey guys, Frank here. 75 Autocar rebuild project. So this will be episode 6. Got some work done to it. A lot of the bolts are in for the suspension, cross members. Got the one cross member that was under the cab, I moved to here. This one got beat up by the drive shaft, I guess because of frame stops being either the wrong height or non-existent. So then I took that cross member, moved that under the cab. This is the bracket for the hydraulics. I'm not crazy about it. I don't like that piece scabbed on the side there, but to try to meet my goal of June, I'm just kind of putting that back. I'm sure we'll change the PTO setup down the road when we put an overdrive trans in. So for right now, that's the way it's going to be. So I got majority of the bolts in for this rear cross member. I ordered new half-inch bolts to go along the bottom here. I did some welding on this cross member here because the rust jacking was pretty bad. I gotta make some little spacer plates where the spring hangers come under here to this this reinforcement here. I made some 5/8 inch spacer plates. I want to cut them out pretty much to the shape of that lower bracket and then drill the 2 holes and bolt them in. Let's see what else. I got a battery box. So this is off a Sterling, I believe. So this will hold 3 batteries. Freightliners use these. Some other trucks used them too. I got to straighten the bottom step on it, but I made new brackets to bolt to the previous battery box's holes because I got a little ahead of myself. I wasn't sure what I was doing at the time. I was going to remount the old battery box, but then I got this one from the local junkyard, and so I put this on here. I'm going to move the air dryer over this side. This bracket's going to come back off. That was the previous bracket that held it to the other side. I'm going to remake that. And I guess this style air dryer, I believe they sell like a left frame mount and a right frame mount, so the fittings are coming out of it the right side, even though it looks like you could just pull the plug and switch it. But there was like an extra mile of hose over on the other side to get this to work. So I'm going to redo this. I just threw the tank on here so I could get some spacing for the valves and everything, make sure this battery box was going to clear. The polish didn't come out the best on that. Yeah, I should have spent some more time sanding it. But I still have to do the diesel tank, which goes on the other side. What else? Got a battery disconnect with this old wiring on the truck. I want to be able to shut the batteries off every time I park it. These are going to be the Hendrickson rear spring brackets with the built-in axle stop. So I was happy to get these. First place I tried, the part number was obsolete, and then I tried a different bracket, and there was some lead time on them. They needed built, so they didn't really know how long, so I tried another place and I was able to find these. Ended up being about $100 a piece. I still did not get front axle stop brackets yet, so I do want to bolt the drive shaft back in. I'm going to replace that U-joint, but I want to bolt that drive shaft back in and actually jack up the axle and be sure it's not going to contact the cross member again. This truck will probably see a little bit of off-road use, so I do want to make sure that's going to work right. I gotta clean these up. I still gotta make a strap here for this fuel tank. One for the other side I gotta make yet. I'd like to eventually go with stainless fenders. I like the ones with the ribs in it. I think it's more old school. I'll probably just do half fenders. But for right now, my focus has to be getting this on the road. I did pick up tires at the junkyard also. So I picked these up on Good Friday. Tires, wheels, new valve stem. They're retreads, but there's a ton of life left in them. So that's what we're gonna run with for right now. I think I got the title straightened out finally for this truck after 9 months. Thing is, I had the title in my hand the day before I had it towed home, and there was a minor issue with the name on the title, so it became a big deal. And with COVID and everything, it took 9 months. So finally was able to get it transferred, and it's a shame because that truck would have been a whole lot less work than this Autocar to get on the road. But I'm so far into the Autocar right now, I'm gonna just finish that up. Need to get it done by probably around June for another surprise for the channel, as long as everything works out right. So I think today's focus is going to be working on getting these installed, and maybe working on the fuel tank and the air dryer. This has an R6 relay valve. Not sure if maybe I should upgrade to an R12 or an R14. I think with an R14, It's also anti-compounding, so I can get rid of the quick release valves. But what's your opinion? Should I upgrade the air system, especially since I'm going to add 3030s on the rear? Looking to see what everybody's opinion is on that. I'm trying to educate myself on air brake systems. I've been looking at some of Bendix's training information and stuff. I just don't know. And I can clean up these air tanks, mount these air tanks again. I thought it was odd there's no check valve going from my primary tank to this auxiliary tank, your secondary tank, whatever you want to call it. There's only 2 air tanks on this system. I don't think that tank's divided, but that is something I wanted to check. And then there's nothing plumbed into this second tank. It's just pretty much additional air storage. It's just got one line going from the primary tank over to it, and that's it. No check valve either, which I thought was odd. I thought there were supposed to be check valves between them, but I guess there's nothing hooked into it, so you wouldn't need a check valve. So it was kind of my understanding, a 3-tank system. You had your primary wet tank, and then you had another tank that would be towards your rear brakes, and then the third tank would be the reservoir for the front brakes. But yeah, everybody throw your 2 cents in there. You guys, there's a lot of professional truck mechanics out there, and owner operators that do their own work, and I'm just not my expertise. So alright, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit with whatever progress I make here today, and thanks for coming by.